It's my honor to introduce our final recipient, because I know him just a little bit. When this young man walked into my classroom, and I was a sixth grade teacher at Waldo Middle School, his mother had called and we had talked about him, and we spent a few times together. Didn't last long because he was kind of bad. Took him home, back to his mom, and as fate would have it, life fast forwarded us those years of sixth grade to where he became my son. It was not a decision made lightly by myself, and definitely was not a decision made lightly by his mom, AKA my baby mama, Jennifer, who I love so much. Imagine that sacrifice that she had to make. But to watch this young man go from Waldo Middle School with a goal to succeed in life beyond measure, to set new standards. I remember him speaking in 8th grade at this graduation ceremony, promotion ceremony, and I asked him on the way home that night, "What is that you want to do in high school, son?" He said, "Dad, 4 years from now, I want to be the valedictorian of school." Fast forward life 4 years later, he walked out of East Aurora High School with a perfect 4.0 GPA, and he was, in fact, the valedictorian of East Aurora High School. He went on to the University of Illinois and shined there, graduated at the top of his class. He went on to work at PricewaterhouseCoopers, now at the Claro Group, working in finance and working in accounting. But I love most about my son is not the fact that he's extremely intelligent, extremely handsome like me. What I love most about my son is that he has a passion and a heart. So to watch him out there in the neighborhoods of Chicago where he lives, working with that generation, takes me back to 10 years ago, Chief and Sheriff, when this young man stepped up and said he was going to be the first president of Boys to Men. He led us for 4 years. So now to come full circle at our 10th anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our phenomenal man of the year, the first president of Boys to Men, the valedictorian of East Aurora High School, and now one of the best financial consultants who travels the country helping people to see their dreams. Phenomenal man of the year, Jared Marchiando.
I really wanted to kiss a trophy. I'd like to start out first of all by saying thank you. I could go around the room and thank each and every one of you, but I'd end up thanking each and every one of you, and that's the problem. So first off, thank you to my father. It wouldn't be possible without you. My mom, Jennifer Marchiando, thank you very much. My lovely friend and confidant, Brittany, thanks for coming out. Just to start out, one word that I live my life by is evolution, because we're forever evolving. And evolution is a process of continuous change from a lower, simpler form to a higher and more complex or better state. Now, this word really epitomizes the story of my life, and I'm sure the same goes for many of you. Like many of you, I came from humble beginnings, as you've heard, raised by a single mother, and I still to this day thank her for making the decision to get out of the abusive relationship that she was in with the man, and excuse my scientific terminology here, but my sperm donor, essentially. That's what he was. That's all he was. And so thank you to her, because she was able to provide me with the first step in the evolution of the story of my life. And that was at 5 years old. Now, it's hard because this is one of the times where you really have no say in what goes on with the changes in your life. You really just have to embrace them and take them in stride and just do everything you can, accept the challenges, accept the changes, and really utilize them to make you a better person in life. Now, the next phase of my evolution, and it's pretty well documented, was when I was 11 years old and came into Waldo Middle School. And that's where I met the man who, you guys all know this, and he's so deserving of this title, but my father, Clayton Muhammad. Now, he tells a story, and he was a little bit nice about it, but I was a bad A kid when I was growing up. Not a lot of people liked me, not a lot of people wanted to be around me. My mom was like, you need to get your some shit. But it's really one of those things where he took me to the skating rink, and I'm skating on tables, I'm skating on benches. He's just looking at me like, what am I gonna do with this kid? And that's the amazing part. I needed discipline. I knew that I needed discipline. He saw it in me, that here's this energetic, restless, crazy little kid, but I see so much more in him. I see what he can become. And that process and that choice of me essentially accepting the fact that I'm going to have an essential stranger come into my life and give me discipline, which is what I needed, was really what changed my life. Now, from that point, he and my mother worked together to raise me to become who I am today. And they really taught me how to set goals and, as you heard, to work toward those goals. And this brings me to my third phase of my personal evolution. That's high school. Now, I know a lot of you guys are enjoying the high school years right now, and it's a time for a lot of learning and development, and it all comes hand in hand. So I just want you to use every day as a learning experience, and not only in class, but with your friends, with your teachers, with your staff, the dean's assistants, the secretaries, and I want you to really learn from everybody, because there's not a person in this world that you can't learn something from. And just do everything you can, take full advantage of it. Setting that goal to become valedictorian in high school, originally I thought, I just have to get good grades, do all these types of things, focus in class, study a lot. But in all actuality, it is not a singular effort. That was a collective effort from everybody in the community, from my family, from all of my friends, everybody, my coaches, principals, people who were there for me, and of course my brothers and boys to men. And these are all the people that I like to call my team members to this day, because I knew that they had my back, just like my team members on the football team, my team members on the track team, and it was extremely important. So it's up to you to use what's around you and to build on this process of your personal evolution. And I don't want you to think it's going to happen overnight, because it's not. It's something that takes time, and it's something that you really have to devote yourself to. And the fourth step of my personal evolution was my college years. I'd say that these were, along with my high school years, the four most transformative years of my life. And they molded me into the man that I am today. I learned how to interact with different types of people from different races, different economic backgrounds, and I gained a lot of knowledge educationally, culturally, professionally, as well as, and most importantly, personally. That said, I want to challenge each and every one of you guys to make going to and graduating from college a personal goal of yours. Just take advantage of everything that you can in high school. Take challenging courses and just get involved, get in sports, activities, and of course, stay in Boys to Men. Just push yourself to do all that you can and learn all that you're able to from other people. And finally, I'm currently in an evolutionary phase that continues to push me to learn who I am each and every day. Being a young professional, living and working in downtown Chicago is extremely exciting, and it's very rewarding. But every day provides new opportunities and new challenges that they really keep you on your toes and keep you growing continuously. Now, I have opportunities to give back to the community and to make a difference in the world, and who would I be to turn those down after all that's been given to me? So, as you can see from the other amazing, phenomenal men who are up here, each and every one of us is successful, but there's not one singular path to success, and that's what I want you to remember. Whether it's college, whether it's the military and then college, there are a ton of different ways that you can become successful. And we all have success in our own right and in our own lives. We each have a lot of evolution ahead of us, and so do you. At the end of the day, you need to remember to adapt, to evolve, and just take life by the horns. Really, just don't be afraid of your future. Don't be afraid of what lies ahead. Just embrace it and evolve. Thank you all very much. Thanks for coming out. Congratulations to you all. Congratulations to you, gentlemen.